Hello YouTube, my name is Agent Omega and I do things. Welcome back to session 4 of Omega Plays Golden Sun. Now, I decided to skip the customary montage at the beginning of this episode because last time we finished the Mercury Lighthouse. We climbed to the top with Marie, who accepted our help in climbing to the top because she couldn't do it by herself because she doesn't have the rest of the elements, which makes perfect sense. And we beat Sochiros. We realized that there are reasons that we need to keep following them, and that is why we are headed back to Bilibin. And before we do that, we are just going to... before we do that, we are just going to check out some of these puzzles that we can do now that we have certain synergy available. I think we went through this area last time, and that's what takes us up to the chest. Yeah, that's correct. Now, I believe this is just a demonstration, but if I give, say, Fever to Marie, this should change their synergies so that we have access to Douse. Now, this isn't going to be permanent. I still haven't decided what I want to do with her actual class when we get there, but Douse, as it sounds like, should have been able to put that out. Alright, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Well, that's okay, because there's another one that we definitely can put out to the left just here. This one. So, if we go ahead and douse this... And then I think we actually do want to go... back to the right. And just, you know, try not to get caught up in some of those ice spikes, ice pillars. Okay, so I think we have to get up there somewhere else. That's on me. I just don't remember everything. And I don't think I want to reset Marie until we've basically confirmed that we've done every Douse-based puzzle in the area. Otherwise, it'll get really annoying to switch class every time. I could just set that Djinn and unset it as necessary, but I still don't want to do that. That's much more menu management than I really need to do. Okay, come on. There has to be some reason. Was that legitimately just, hey, you can do this? That can't be right. There has to be some... Maybe it is just that. Maybe... Oh, yeah. Okay. You know, it might be... It might be because of the thing that I mentioned ages ago about needing to come back here at some point in time. I think that was this cave anyway. Yeah, I think we might just need to come back here later, because I didn't see any extra stairs. Yep, and there's the place that I think we're going to have to go in the future. And then I think what I'm gonna do is just cut to the next plot important thing, which is going to be a little while from my perspective, but for you guys, it should be instantaneous. So we'll just cut to that now. Unless I decided to do something else, in which case we'll cut to the thing that I decide to do next. Alright, and here we get to that plot point that I was talking about. So I think we still have Mind Read equipped. Now, as you can see, we have saved this tree. This is going to become important very shortly. But if you recall, this one basically suggested that a traveling party knocked them all down as they crossed the stream. And I'll give you 3 guesses as to who it was, but you'll only need 1. Which is also why I said that we would be the catalyst for what was to happen. Because we beat Sachiros at the lighthouse, they all left and came this way. It would help if I remembered how to navigate this place, yes. And you know what? At the expense of my future self, we're probably going to cut out a lot of this too, because, well, you've already seen the forest and how to navigate it for the most part, and you don't need to see all this in-between stuff. We're just going to jump straight to the plot again. Alright, now we are back at Tret the Tree, and we're about to do some plot stuff. Now, if you recall, we stole the old man's vial and filled it with the water from the lighthouse, and with that... Now, I'm going to talk to them both again once before I leave. And conveniently, we can once again leave with Retreat. Now, to explain what I think is going to happen in this episode, we're going to go back to Bilibin, because I know of a couple of things that'll happen along the way. Then we're going to check out Kolima and potentially update our equipment once again. And then I think we'll have enough time to get on to, I forget which temple it is, but we're going to get to that temple. And I think we'll have enough time to potentially even do the dungeon/trial that's in there. Now, of course, it's not required to save them, but I always feel good, because if you come through here and you don't, it's just the two guys standing there, looking really sad, and that sucks. That feels real bad. But anyway, yes, so we are at least going to get through the temple trial, and if we succeed in that, we'll evaluate how much time I have in this session, and then potentially push on through to the forest, in which case this session will probably be divided into 2 episodes, as opposed to just one long one as usual. Now, I happen to know what's behind each of these chests, so I'm gonna roll a d4. And it landed on 4. Okay, well, I'm not surprised. If I have the wherewithal, I'll actually post the screenshot I took of that roll just to illustrate that I'm not fudging it, but you know, that's for editing me to take care of. We're going to completely ignore the shop. Let me double check my health. Yeah, we're fine to go back to Kolima straight from here. I'm just glad that we don't need to move that box in the barricade anymore. Just run straight on through the open door. And this is populated Kolima. I feel compelled to make an Indiana Jones joke. Kolima! Kolima! Doop, 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 doop. Alright, we still don't have any artifacts, just there. I think the only artifact that we can get in the general store is the Water of Life, and we already have at least 2 of those, I think, so we're fine on reses for now. Did I not? Okay, right. I should sell this leather armor. I meant to do that last time. I noticed that while watching back the vid. I guess the fur coat doesn't count as an artifact, which is interesting, because they typically show up if you sell artifacts. Alright, who can equip this? Okay, you two? I kind of want to take a look at the weapon artifacts first. I'm pretty sure everyone has 8-up clothes already. Yep. Okay, bronze helm is a good option, so we'll think about that for our defensives, but let's take a look here. Okay, good. We're not missing out on anything. It's just the stuff that we sold or already had duplicates of. Let's take a look at the weapon selection. I think as far as weapons go, we already... Oh, okay, so the broad axe, but we can only afford one of them, and that's kind of bad. I'm going to take a look at our defensive stats once more before I move and consider that. 61 to 68, 75 to 83. She's already pretty tanky, at least compared to Salem. And then these two are already fairly tanky to begin with. I think... But the thing is, if I buy anything, it would just be benefiting Garth. Because I would definitely put it on him. He would be the one to benefit most there. Let me just check out the other ones. Yeah, you're already 100 attack. Alright, so it basically boils down to, do I want 2 people to get slightly more... less squishy? There we go. Slightly less squishy. Or do we want or just one person to get slightly more stabby? And I think we want to go... I think we want to go with the slightly higher defense. And I believe that is all we can afford right this second. I hope that doesn't come to bite me in the butt. I think we're fine. I don't really need an inn for 1 pixel worth of HP. I am trying to remember if there's anything up and to the left just there, and I don't think so, but now I'm compelled. If I'm wrong, I will of course edit this out, and we'll just jump straight ahead to the next part of the world. I think that guy used to be a tree, and if you came here too early, he wouldn't be able to lower the drawbridge for you, so I'm pretty sure that's what he's referring to. And here it is. To the north we have the temple, to the south the cursed forest. So we are going to be here at Fuchin Temple. Alright, and because we have a Psi Stone on the ground there, it's actually a good idea to go ahead and heal up. Especially because there effectively isn't an inn here. Now, I'm going to have to remember to come back to him after the test. Because I think, normally, I already know how the solution to the forest works, and I think I just straight up skip talking to that guy again. Hold on, have I talked to you, kid? Man, I have much more complex beliefs than Robin probably would, so I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. Oh please, this will be trivial. Well, for me. Now remember this. This might be a mimic. I'm gonna just save right here. See, sometimes paranoia pays off. Oh yeah, that Jupiter damage is amazing. Mars is pretty good too. I feel like Astral Blast, like obviously it's better than Bolt. I'm gonna have to play around with that, because that's kind of interesting. It also costs one more synergy, so that kind of makes sense. I think I also want to split up these Water of Life. And now we just have to solve the dungeon as normal. Okay, now I know how to solve the dungeon. I'm just refamiliarizing myself with the layout. And that means that we, of course, have to go this way. Man, I really need Garth to get an AoE again. Now, I could technically solve the dungeon right here, but that would be cheating. And I think I want to go across here first. This is not a mimic. Ooh! Okay, I gotta figure out who I want to give this to. It'll boost it to 125 either way, so I think what I'm going to do is technically try equipping this first, then see what would happen if I were to give the Elven Rapier to someone else. Okay, it would boost him up to 113, which isn't a lot. It would boost Salem up a lot, but then he wouldn't be using the Witch Rod anymore, but he could use the attack boost, honestly. But the paralysis is really good. Decisions. This is a 12-point boost. If I were to switch it, then this would be a 17-point boost by, you know, re-equipping it on Robin. And then giving the Arctic Blade... Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Ah, there it is. Alright. We'll just give it to Garth, and he can equip it, because Greatsword is really more his thing anyway, and Salem should be casting every day. Ah, a Djinn. Okay, I know exactly what I need to do. And I think we would need to do this even just to progress anyway, so I think this is one of the few ones that, like, you obviously would have to intentionally miss it. Alright, now I'm guessing that using Astral Blast against a Jupiter Djinn is a terrible idea, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to wail away at it. And I just realized that first turn was kind of silly. I should have done something else, but that's okay. Nobody's taken any damage yet, which is very weird to me. Well, that was significantly easier than any other Jupiter fight that I've had thus far. Alright, we're going to set... actually, hold on. I'm going to put it in standby. So that's just stats lowering. I'm going to see what happens if I do this. Doesn't get anything new. Doesn't get anything new. Stat boost. You... Ooh. Plasma is pretty good, if I remember. Impact is nice, but... I don't think Hermit is the way that we want to go just yet. Plus, the stats affected. The agility would be like the nicest of all of those, but not strictly necessary. Let's see, boost his synergy quite a bit if I do that. Boost his HP, boost his attack. And considering, yeah, we're not going to give it to Garth. That's for sure. I don't think Salem really needs this, and Marie, I don't think we want to make her that class, so we'll just keep Zephyr on Robin for now. Alright, I'll take the bait. Oh, it's the shortcut back. It's not bait. Okay. I'm pretty sure... Okay, I'm pretty sure we have to do this first. Let me just think this out. If I do this first, I can't jump up to the north. So I think I need to do one of these. Then I need to do one of these. Then I need to do one of these. And then with the last one, we may proceed to pace. And now we see that we potentially could have shortcut the entire temple, and I think once upon a time I actually did by blind luck. And the problem is, I think that might have been like my second playthrough of the game, because the first time around I didn't even do this part. I think I just stumbled through the forest, completely blind, and that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. But in skipping the puzzle, I believe I also skipped past the gym too, so I was... Let's say my first run or two of Golden Sun wasn't optimal. The light of the dragon illuminates the shadow of another Indiana Jones reference, if I'm honest. Last Crusade's Leap of Faith kind of deal. And now we get the Orb of Force. I want to probably give this to somebody that has a lot of synergy. Yeah. Now, I think I can smell dinner cooking, so I am going to call it there for this particular session. We'll heal up one last time and then call it there. And also use the Psi Crystal, which seems to reset every time I go into the temple, the dungeon, the overworld, etc., which makes sense. That's kind of how game maps work. So we're going to get our Synergy back, we'll save, and, well, I hope you enjoyed the session of Omega Plays Golden Sun. This should just be a one-parter, so this should be Session 4. I hope you're looking forward to Session 5 in a week from the release. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more Golden Sun or any of my other projects, then click that subscribe button and click the bell to be notified. Click that like button if you liked it, and of course, any feedback is appreciated in the comment section below. And with that, I will catch you on the flip side.